Real talk. Listen up.
You know, here's the thing. You're trying to make it, you're new. Don't go to Murder Inc. It's not going to work. 50's not going to let it happen. Or Terror Squad. While I'm in position. Yeah, let me do the talking right now, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Hard.
Just let me talk.
It's hot 97 stuff. 50, man.
He wants me to just do everything. He's like, why are we not shooting?
So,
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I left when we were supposed to be shooting by now.
so, game.
Yeah.
But I wanna go through, like, man.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed.
I'm gonna say I'm the second person that probably seen every beef to ever live, because Chris Lighty has seen every beef from KRS and Sean, because he hit the clubs then. I was really little. You know, did I ever tell you so he's been Chris Lighty for a job? Yeah, I didn't say how he's been Chris Lighty for a job. Okay, that's what. Nah, he helped me out though.
Yeah.
Chris Lighty Jessica got me my first record deal.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm focused. So
Wow, you said Jessica! Oh, Jessica!
I'm gonna throw Jessica under the bus. Okay, Jessica got me my first record deal. So now I've seen most beefs.
Yeah.
Because Chris see more than me. I just want to acknowledge him on the beefs. So I have never seen a rapper beefing with three. I mean, I thought it was three. It's probably 5 or 6
It's growing.
credible rap dudes on a record and someone on his label. This is a first for me.
It's just crazy. I mean, you know what? Like, I'm really disappointed.
What was the first thing that Game may have said to make this uncomfortable where you felt different about him?
Yesterday, you know, when he got on the radio. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday. He got on the radio and he
You
said
tapped him in
something.
the vibe, though. You tapped him. You was
No, that was the truth. It was the truth. It was getting dropped. It was being dropped from Aftermath Records, man. They asked me, why else would they let me be a partner on a record that they had signed for 2 years? You know what I mean? Creatively, they got stuck in the mud with it, and I came to help the car move. That's it. I worked on every record this guy's put out to date commercially.
But I mean, like, okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I heard in the street.
Yeah.
Thanks. I heard you and him wasn't really moving good together. That's what I heard.
He don't move like we move.
He's not the same as...
And that's what I was the beginning
get off
of it being funny.
It feels funny to them because they're like, yo, he don't listen. Like, you know, he's just doing things. You know what I mean?
And then people, when this album came out, there were people who called and asked how come I believe your name wasn't shouted on the album.
On the credits.
Yes, and not that he said anything.
I think it's a rapper thing because Banks is lyrical. Like, he's probably the most lyrical artist
I'm a beast.
on G-Unit.
I'm a beast.
Yeah,
That's
straight
the
up.
city. I'm a beast.
And because of that, you know, I think he has issues with that. Because I'll say that clearly. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm a great songwriter. I make good records, and my records perform the best. So
That's
while we
where my
look...
formula comes.
So Banks, did you and him ever bump heads or something?
No.
It's not that. It's just words or just creative rapper thing.
We fall under a certain umbrella, man. We follow suit, man. I don't care if 50 diss your moms. It doesn't matter if he's 120% wrong. I'm with him, period. That's how it goes.
You know why? Because they did that. Look, they had individual offers for them, you know, separate deals that they didn't take in order for this to happen the way it is. Because I've seen that before with Wu-Tang when the group separated and it didn't, ultimately in the end it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And now, you know, I kept everything together and everybody's rich. That's even why when me and Banks is out on the road, we still put Tony Yale's money up for him while he was in jail. He came home. He's in a great financial space. It makes everybody have a better work ethic. They, you know, that their habits. You hungry? He's watching Banks.
I didn't understand it when it was going on. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, like
I didn't like to see it now. Now I understand.
Nah, you know when they went overseas, he went overseas. He heard the people screaming "gang," and he came back and he bugged out on us. Like it's too much for him.
But the bank, like.
I don't even know. I can't go.
I'm going back to. I'm saying that was kind of like, that was kind of early. Now, but what was it that made you guys realize that you felt he wasn't moving in the same way you guys were moving?
They've been dancing to a whole nother beat. You know what I'm saying?
From day one?
Yeah, because he got different separate management, and he got a lot of other people pulling them.
Dre had to have this comment. It's Hot 97, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, Olivia.
Yeah.
Now, so Dre at some point had to bring this project to you,
right,
and say, "Well, I would like you to
we'll do it together."
Okay. Now, did you meet Game before Dre talked to you?
Yeah, Game was actually in the club video. He'd been down for 2 years ahead of them coming to me with it.
Wow.
Like, he was there for a long time in the studio, and then it was like, you know.
So he was with Dre. He was with Dre, signed to Interscope before you were even signed to the
Aftermath Interscope.
Before you even met
No,
Dre.
right after my album went out, they signed him as the next thing that they would do. And he sat there for that 2 years while Banks for album went on sale, Buck album went on sale, Beg for Mercy went on sale. He sat there and still couldn't complete the record. So they asked that I would work with him. When I went in to work with him.
So before you worked with him, this project would have came out, Aftermath, Interscope, and Dre.
Yeah.
Okay, so you decided to go in and put this project on.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea to do the record.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if you look at his album outside, there's 6 records on the album that I wrote. It's Hate It or Love It. The first 3 records he put out, I'm on them. West Side Story, How We Do, Hate It or Love It. Those are the 3 singles to date. So every record that he's selling is based on me being on this record with him. His album is my EP before my LP.
But was there a point where you felt he was being ungrateful about this? Or
Yeah, that's what.
That's
why that bugged me out. Like, cause I'm like, man, and I overextended myself to him because he was the person that I sat down and actually he's been in my house.
Okay.
I don't know what the inside of Dr. Dre's house looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I brought him there and sat there and made the records that he had. A lot of those records, I muted vocals. I had already wrote those records. I muted my vocals and said, go ahead, you know, we going to get your joint done. Let's get this, you know, because I put it on deck and get this off before I come with mine. You know what I mean? And for him to turn around and say those things, that disrespectful, I'm like, man.
But now, where did he say, I know he came up here Saturday, but before Saturday,
yeah,
what was said?
Not much. It's always, like, there'll be things that float in the street, things that they, you know, that there's a problem.
He mentions a time, because the writer in Vibe had asked you about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was on Angie's show or it was just on the station. He had mentioned that sometimes, as a crew, as a team, things happen, and there's maybe argument, shoving or pushing.
See, we ain't never did that. I guess that's, see, in all honesty, this is the real talk right here in New York. We ain't never had no pushing and shoving match.
Mm.
That's entertainment. He said that the first time, and I answered that I was trying to follow up with him and not make him look crazy by saying it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says a lot of things and then turns around and takes it back. You know what I mean? Like, he says what he said about Jay-Z to make him attack him. Then when he does it, he says, nah, I ain't do that. The night that happened, I said, wait, let me get on the phone. He called me from Amsterdam.
He did say it.
I said, let me get on the phone with Jay-Z and find out exactly what's going on. I get on the phone, see if it's, you know, serious or like that. Me and Jay never actually made contact, but the information came back that Jay was like, nah, I was tapping him a little something light to make him know that I will, you know, if you keep going. And I said, oh, thanks, good looking, because you didn't destroy the money right there. You could have just got rid of him. You see what I'm saying? Real easy like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not established to that point. He still got to make records on his own. He hasn't made anything by himself yet. They bought that record based on material that they heard with me and him on.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And now, like, when Jay comes, after that, he fades. He does the issue. He had the issue with Joe Buttons.
Okay.
They go back and forth. This is from him just being outside of the camp.
I mean,
well, we're not working with everybody else because we know they have feelings towards us at that point.
Now, it's on 97 Funk Flex 50, Tony Ayo, Junior in the building, Olivia Lloyd Banks. Now, was that an issue, the artist that he was working with and doing stuff with?
Yeah, because he went off. Look, while we were still trying to figure out what his first single was going to be and what his first look was, he went off and he did a joint with Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
The Dipset, you know what I mean? And the record was cool. Dre sat there. Dre didn't even know that the kid shot a video.
Oh, okay.
I played the video for him for the first time. I said, look, you're in here working trying to figure out what the single is, and your man's already out on the yard, and they're promoting this on Koch.
HipHopGame.com.
You see what I mean? So while we talking about putting together a big marketing plan and making this an event, we just put it out like this. That's what we did. You know what I mean? And well, for me, with Dre, I don't know where Dre stands on the situation. You know what I mean?
Has he talked to you about what's been going on with you in game?
Nah, I haven't even communicated with them about it. They've been calling. Interscope like crazy. They're calling. And they figure the things that I say to Joe Public at this point, just telling them the facts, the truth, or destroy the perception of game as an artist. You know what I mean? And it's the honest to God truth.